So you're evolving and you're raising your consciousness. But the others around you, your loved ones, aren't. What do you do? This came up in a group discussion that I'm in the other day, and it was this woman in particular, and she's feeling like she's raising her consciousness and growing and things like that, and the person she's with, her husband actually, is not growing. And she was like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to leave him behind. And it just hit me, and I was like, I didn't want to say this. There was a chat, but I didn't want to say this, but I was like, this is just there's a kind of analogy there. It's very similar to, say for example, you're dying and your siblings aren't. You're going beyond. You're raising the bar. But if your loved ones are trying to hold you back, say no, stay part of this world, stay part of this rat race, this numb mind world that we live in at the moment, this kind of consumery, rat racy, dualistic. When I say dualistic, I mean the ego being so separated from source and your higher self and spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, right? So when they want to pull you back into that, it's almost as if you're dying, right? You're moving on to a better place. Because I truly believe that, like, here is death and that is life, right? This earth is like death, and beyond death is life. And if you have been on the journey, like I know you are, because otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this, you're raising your consciousness. And this is where it can get very sad if you're evolving and you're raising your consciousness, because others around you don't get you anymore. They're like, what the hell? You're like super weird now. They thought you were weird before, but now you're like ultra friggin' weird, because you're going around like elated, ecstatic, happy, loving everybody like every minute. You're like insane all of a sudden. But they want to keep you in this, let's turn on CNN or Sky News or something and sit around, or we'll watch Netflix or something, and you're just like not into that because it's worldly stuff, like doesn't really interest you. I mean, although you're keeping a foot in here, you're doing things and you're kind of enjoying some of the stuff that's here, like, because that's why you're here. But you want to raise other people's consciousness. And when you can't raise them, it gets very depressing. You want them to raise up with you. But it feels like they're trying to pull you back down. And that is, I think, what death can feel like. It feels like not that you're dying and you're being pulled away to that better place, but like that they're dying, that your loved ones are not choosing to live. They're not shutting this off and getting down to their heart. Because that's where you choose to live from. Once you choose to live from your heart, it's like really living. And I feel like, for me, sometimes it's really hard to watch other people around me not raise up. My mom is tremendously religious. I love her to death. Love her so much. She won't find time to meditate. She won't find time for herself. And I know if she did find time for herself, she would be so much happier. She lives in this chaotic world where she's letting everything pull at her left, right, and center and everything. She gives herself no time. No time to herself. And you cannot give from an empty cup. And the thing is, it's weird. It's like she's tremendously religious, goes to church every day, Bible study, all this stuff. And I feel like, I'm like, the Bible talks about meditation and prayer is meditation, and you can heal yourself, and you are like God. You are part of God. God is in each. Like every single person has all the power that Jesus did. And I tell her that sort of stuff. She's like, yeah, well, and I'm like, just get it. Like, that's why, like how? Man, it can be really frustrating. But you can't change other people. All you can do is just keep raising your consciousness and try to be that light, that example. And that's why I hope that you're able to keep your light on, keep it shining, because you're here for a reason. We're doing it. You and me. Keeping the light shining, keep the light on. All right, beloved one. Take care. Love you. Bye.